He saw us off laughing. What you laughing about?
Hang with the Joneses, episode number...
Say, don't say.
What?
I don't know if that's right. Don't say.
Sad. So sad. I'm Rashad.
Right. I'm Kesha.
And this is Hanging with the Joneses, episode 12. Please be so disrespectful to the Spanish-speaking folks.
I tried.
Whoever they are.
It should be more disrespectful to my Spanish-speaking teachers. How many years I was in Spanish?
No, you've been filled down. That's not something new.
I've been in Spanish like all my life.
All my life. That's
still don't know it.
That's funny.
Don't say.
No, just
I'm gonna have to Google it.
Just quit. Just quit. Quit while you're ahead. So. And you're still going. Stop. The joke is over. Please
No.
stop.
You know how it's stuck in my head now. I'm serious. Like, I'm going to go Google this.
Along. All right. So, last week, you weren't here because you were asleep. So, I had to hold this thing down by myself.
Tell them why I wasn't feeling well.
You wasn't feeling well. So,
right here,
I had to hold it down. I got good feedback from the episode, too, by myself. Just want to throw it out there, by the way. Anyway, it was a bonus episode. I don't want to do this by myself. The whole point is this is a wow. For real? Come through, yin yang. All right, so yeah, that was. I don't mind having doing like a talking head solo every once in a while, but that's not the norm. Quick recap of my week. Got my hair cut, as you can see.
Yeah, he totally
got my hair cut.
He's no longer a lock.
Got my hair cut. Happy about that.
Lock person.
I won't.
I combed them out.
Yeah.
Wasn't happy about that.
Yeah.
It took forever.
Yeah, it was.
Forever.
You know. But that's what happens when you have equity in your marriage. You can ask wife to do things. So that's what comes from
combing out.
Actually, putting in the work. You got to put in the work, gentlemen, to get the work back.
And
anyway,
let me see, anyone else want to comb out locks? Let you know it's a process, and usually does take a week. I was able to do it in 2-3 days.
Yeah, about 3 days.
3 days.
Yeah, I would definitely.
So while I wasn't here, that's part of the reason combing out that locks was a lot.
Yeah, it was a lot, and but it was good. It was good. You're a great wife. Anyway, what else? That's really it. I mean, not a whole lot happened. Yeah, let's get right to it. What we're talking about today?
Today, we're just pretty much talking about us. Just questions we may or may not have asked ourselves. Some questions I just kind of did my research, i.e. Google.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and by the way, if you're watching this, I wore my tie-dye shirt first. My lovely daughter made this for me. I put it on.
She made mine first.
She put it on because that's what haters do. They can't be original, so they went ahead and make stuff.
I had my shirt
and do
first.
Things
he
after
saw
the
my
facts.
shirt and asked him to make it for him yesterday.
Your daughter said, "Hey, Dad,
no, that's not
do you
what
have
she said.
a shirt for me?" I said,
"Yeah."
She said? Go ahead.
She said, "Dad was mad because everyone else got
Dad
a shirt for me."
That's what she said. So she's trying to play both sides of the field.
She said, "Dad wanted to make a shirt."
Oh, so your daughter's a liar now.
It's a possibility.
Gotcha.
I mean,
it's not a possibility.
I mean, anything else part of your DNA, so it's a possibility. That was for that by yourself.
Yeah. You just called me a liar. It's okay. Go ahead and
But I do.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I have done this quite before. I've been like, he get dressed, go to work, and then I pull up at his shop with the same outfit, down to the sneakers. I have that. And he can't change it because you at work.
Yeah, the killer used to be like going to church. Like Kesha would try to like coordinate me, and like she'll wait till the last minute to get dressed. I'm dressed, ready to go. Already upset, be late. Then she gonna tap dance her behind down these steps with the same exact outfit on, basically. I was like, oh, it's to burn me up. That's why I'm gonna go to church no more.
See the lie? See what I'm talking about? You see what I'm talking about? That lie?
Church is done for me. Like ruin the experience with church. So I can't step foot back in there. I'm sorry. Ask your questions. This
okay. What's something you glad you'd never have to do again?
What?
What's something you're glad you would never have to do again?
Oh man, I'm glad I'll never have to do again. hopefully raise another child. Like, like yo,
I thought the
like,
same
man,
That's a shame.
yo, I ain't trying to do that no
I was on the same
more.
lines.
Yo.
Like give birth, but I was on the same line.
No, I can't do that, man. These kids is enough.
Oh, this one is so you. What's one thing, with you 50 things, you always procrastinate on?
Oh man, like okay, so today I procrastinated on doing. I'm in school, so I procrastinated on my schoolwork. I totally forgot I had to do it, and it literally only took me like 45 minutes to do it. I just don't care, so I don't do it. If it's something I really don't care about, or I don't feel like it's gonna give me it's like no enjoyment for me. I'll wait and do it.
You're a procrastinator.
I am.
Procrastinate. I can name 15 things that's the hard part because I am not a procrastinator. So that's the contradiction because he wait until, I can't say the last minute, he wait till time expire. I'm like, yo, me, as soon as you get it, come on, let's get it done. So I have the rest of the time. So we can name.
These is not for you to answer for me. Like
Okay.
don't expose me like that. That's not fair.
Wait, after you done told me,
That is
told me
not-
about doing your hair, call me lazy.
I never called you lazy.
In my mind, my perception, that's what you said to me. So yeah, honestly, this is a biggest thing because I am not a procrastinator. I probably have never been a procrastinator. And Rashad is easy peasy. I get to it when I get to it.
Hey,
even
like,
if it fall apart,
Man,
I
this
pick it up.
This work ain't going nowhere. Like,
Right.
Why are we rushing?
So it's like literally things I asked for done like a years. It's still not done. Yeah, yeah. What would you do with your life if you were suddenly awarded $1 billion? I think about that all the time. I'm thinking I'm going to win the lotto. And I'll be having in my head what I'm going to do.
You don't even play lotto.
I don't even know how to play lotto.
Exactly.
I think about it. So when you see a billboard, it's like, what would I do?
Like, man, $660 million?
Yeah.
That sounds great. What was the first thing I do if I won $1 billion?
$1 billion, not $1 million. $1 billion.
With a capital B. I don't like the first thing I would do. The first thing I would do would be to quit my job. Like, you can take your. I can't even say all this out loud.
No.
Like I'm done with this. Like, I've been waiting for the day to be done. I'm done.
For me, I would pay up all our debts, and I wouldn't quit my job.
Sure, you can keep on working for the man if you want to.
I wouldn't quit my job. However, I would have a different perspective of work.
So hold on. Okay.
I like what I do.
So why can't you just make your own job to do the same thing?
True.
Like,
I wouldn't quit my job.
That's so asinine.
I ain't gonna quit working for the man.
So you can just be there and just be ornery and salty the whole time. So
I wouldn't be salty, but I would have a different perspective.
Just yelling at people, saying, I don't need this job, like the whole time.
That might be a little bit like I might go a little bit like what you said? I quit right now. What
kind of sadist
but
are
honestly,
you? Like, you really want
I really like mental health. I think no matter what, I'll be doing some aspects of it.
Yeah, I'm quitting. Day one.
Yeah, he could. We can get
I ain't even.
You get $1 million. You quit.
Yeah. 500,000. I'm no calling no show.
1,000 there.
Yeah. What you doing? Oh man, I'm at the house.
I would not quit, but I still pay debt. I always say some things for our parents. I would like to give for our parents.
You said, but that's not the first thing.
Yeah, that's the first thing.
First thing.
No, what would you do if your life, if you were suddenly awarded? Say, what would you do? Period.
Oh yeah, but you, how did you read the question wrong? You said what's the first thing I would do, and now you're saying what I you're not even good at reading questions today.
You see, you heard the second thing. Gotcha.
That's not fair.
Put it down. Love keeps no score. I'm gonna keep one today. I'm gonna keep one today. Look at the next question. What should a healthy relationship provide for the people in it? Not that sly remark he made.
Aw.
You see how I'm so humble and nice and you treat me like...
You out here just like...
What does a healthy relationship provide for the people in it?
What does it provide?
Mm-hmm.
It provides basically a couple things. A healthy relationship should provide love. It should provide security or like safety, and it should also provide a sense of belonging. Because if you're in a relationship or relationships or even friendships, any sort of ship with anybody, they should be able to love who you are. You should be safe with them in regards to like your feelings, your aspects, your life, and in its totality, and in its parts, as well as you should feel like you have a sense of belonging or kinship with the people that you are in relationship or friendship with.
I agree, especially that it's funny because we just did a group on healthy relationships, and one of the groups is with women who experience domestic violence, and that definition of love has to be really defined, because out of those same abusive relationship, it's like, well, I love him and he loved me. No love. Mm-hmm. So I think you say has to be healthy in a safe place, no abuse. So that definition of love could vary from person to person.
Yeah. I think I answered that really well, though. We go to the next question.
Yes, this phone's out your head. Do you believe everything happens for a reason, or do we just find reason after things happen?
That's a real egg or chicken type question. Mm-hmm. For me, and how I feel, everything happens for a reason. Now, whether you need to define it after the facts and try to conceptualize and then reconceptualize, that still may not be the point of why it happened. But things happen for a reason. Even if we don't understand in the moment why they happen, there's still a reason. And there's some whys to questions that I have that have never been answered for me. And I have to learn to kind of be resolute and being okay with it. I may not never understand why. And that's kind of hard to accept, because sometimes you just really want to know, why did this happen? And you may never get an answer. So even though there's a reason behind it, I may not know. I still feel like it's the first and not the latter.
And see, this is another kind, because I'm the latter most of the time. After something happens, I'm like, oh, that was the reason. And usually you're like, there's a reason for that. And I'm like, what? What is it?
Yeah.
So, and that's another kind of, I guess, why it works, because I'm the more so the latter. After things happen, I'm able to look back and see how it was connecting, where you're able to do that more in the front.
Yeah, because to me, it doesn't matter where it connects. It does connect.
Is there anything you consider absolutely unforgivable? That's a hard one.
Yeah. I mean, and
this goes in spirituality and natural.
And that goes against and also it kind of goes against how I was reared, And this is okay. And this is really good because it kind of goes into the current climate of black folks in general. If you notice, black people are we're a very forgiving people, just as a culture. You know what I'm saying? Even when it comes to this current racial climate in regards to how we've been treated in America and just across the globe in regards to the diaspora of black folks that were shipped into slavery and chattel slavery across the Americas in general. Most of the descendants of these black folks have a very, very forgiving nature. We've been reared to forgive. Much to the chagrin of more people that are remain in this, hey, we don't have to apologize for nothing. We didn't do anything wrong. And to a certain degree, I understand that. But again, forgiveness ain't for you. Forgiveness is for me. So when I forgive somebody, it's always about my freedom and my liberation of a thing. Now, the issue is if I forgive you, does that exonerate your wrong? Mm-hmm. And that's kind of the morality of the situation that we're faced right now. Just because we forgive you doesn't mean that we cool. No, it means I forgave you. You still are wrong in what you did.
You're still going to uphold the consequences. You're going to face the consequences.
Yeah, because then it goes into the spirituality of it. Is that if there is no because if there is no like you having an account, and I mean and how can I put this? Like if you can't be judged for your wrong, then there is no real, like there's no God in a sense, because God is a God of judgment. And if God can't execute judgment, then that means that you can just go on and do whatever you want with no recompense of said sin. So because I believe God is a God of judgment, and he has made rules for us to abide by. Just because I forgave you doesn't mean that you are, like everything is okay. Mm-hmm. Like, no, you're gonna pay for this one way or another.
Mm-hmm. So, like even say using social calm, just because as black people we might forgive you doesn't mean that we're still not gonna march, still fight for our rights. And so a lot of times I hear a lot that forgiveness means you forget. That is not, no. Because that's not even some wisdom to forget. Because what lessons are you being taught or you learning if you keep forgetting? And I'll use the example of when you touch a hot stove, do you forget that it's hot? So you touch it again? No, you just more cautious around it. But you didn't forget that stove was hot and you know not to do it again.
Yeah.
So forgiveness for you, but you don't have to forget. If something traumatic happened to you, you're not going to forget it. You might forgive the person, but you're not going to forget. Usually you're not going to forget.
Yeah.
There's some other situation, but I'm just saying usually.
Yeah.
You're not going to forget it.
Very true.
If you woke up tomorrow with no fear, what will you do first? That's my question, right? Oh, that's a good one. I should have read this first.
If I woke up tomorrow with no fear, what would I do first? Like, to me, that's kind of like a stupid question, because like I don't operate in a fearful state.
That's what I say. It's probably more my question.
Yeah, like that's not how I live. So like, if I had like me having like me. The way I read that question is like, if I woke up with reckless abandon, what would I do? Because like I don't live in a state of fear, so I can't really honestly answer that.
I answer because that's how I read. I was like, oh my gosh, that is really more me. And this is another of the opposites. I'm more likely to have that fear than Rashad is. So I would say there was no fear. I probably would go ahead and jump and go full-fledged in my own business instead of the kind of like,
yeah, you right here
double dutch waiting for it. Like, okay, I'm in there. And then it goes, and it's funny because even using an analogy like with the pool, like there's some people who just jump in the water, and some people who put their feet in the water, and that's literally us. Rashad's just gonna jump in. I'm gonna put my feet in the water and get adjusted to it first before I go all the way in. Rashad's like, I'm done. I'm like, what?
Yeah, and that also goes into, again, how I was reared. Mm-hmm. Like, my people never was like, all right, let's ease you into this. It was like, okay, here's the thing you need to do. Now, here's some instructions. Now do it.
See, but but it's the same. I don't think I was eased into anything either, and that's the reason why I eased into stuff.
Oh, so you had you felt like it was like traumatic for you.
It was like, let's do steps, and just the way I think, I'm sometimes more analytical.
Yeah, you can be pragmatic to a fault. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It
was like, show me step 1 and 2. Is there a 2B? And what's the outcome of this? Sometimes I can be really
very pragmatic.
Analytical. Yeah, I could. In your life, what has been the biggest blessing in disguise?
The biggest blessing in disguise?
Yeah. That's hard.
Yeah, because like you're not in disguise, so I can't say you. I know you would want me to, but then that would.
No, I didn't even think like that.
Yeah, but still, I feel like you low key feel like you're the best thing that happened to me, and you need to be acknowledging everything that I do.
It's accurate. God, your wife. That's how it goes. Yeah, it's kind of accurate. So, what's your biggest blessing that might have been a disguise?
Man, I'm trying to think. Biggest blessing in disguise. I would have. Okay. Oh yeah. My biggest blessing in disguise was being laid off from USAA.
Why you say that?
Because like if I was still, let's say if I was still USAA, besides having awesome insurance, I would not be fulfilled.
Yeah, we were just talking about that yesterday.
Yeah, I wouldn't be fulfilled in working. I mean, that led me to
go
back to school, and really, matter of fact, have an opportunity to start from the bottom in the school system. You know, like I was doing, I was an ISS assistant who had no supervisor. So it was, you know what I'm saying? Like, so like they just didn't want to pay me the full-time position. So I started from there, from being an SOL assistant, from being a teacher assistant, to being a classroom teacher, for me to be like a semester or two away from getting my master's degree in education. So that was my blessing in disguise. Also, like when it comes to spiritually, like it made me grow up because I had so much time to do nothing that I had to set aside time just to figure out the Bible, like for myself. Like I knew it, but like, and I knew it pretty decently, but I had to really dig even more during that time. So that was really like a huge blessing in disguise because I did not know what I was going to do in regards to my life, and there was a lot of uncertainty, a lot of sitting back and being on a computer and just being sad, and and like having you asking me every day, did you find a job? Are you this, that? Like, yo, like, ain't nothing but the same 4 jobs available, and I already applied to them.
I asked.
And, like...
Unemployment asked, too.
Yeah, they definitely asked. And, like, it got stressful until I just gave in to what it was and really allowed God to kind of, quote-unquote, order my steps in regards to what I had to do next.
But even in that situation, I still felt like going back to the procrastination, because even going back to when we was in school, like, Rashad, what you want to do with this degree? I don't know. So why are you paying all this money towards a degree that you don't know what you want to do with? And even in school, it's like, how about you go ahead and start taking class to become a teacher?
No, I didn't want to.
Right. And then even the opportunity for you to go to school, right? I was like, how I go to school? You didn't take it. And then it wasn't until, like I said, Rashad's a procrastinator. So it's not to the point where back against the wall that you like, maybe I need to look at something different.
Yeah. You're right.
What is one behavior that you never tolerate? That's easy for me.
One behavior I never tolerate? People being stupid on purpose.
That's your favorite. That's your word for the month. That's your word. I would say abuse of any kind. If you could write a note to your younger self, what would you say in only 3 words?
In 3 words? Oh, man. I got like sentences. I'm really trying to whittle it down to 3 words. I would probably have to say, it's your life. You know, without actually unpacking all the nuance of what I say, I would say it's your life.
And so I guess some things came to mind, like just do it. Trust yourself, girl. I'm thinking of. You should tell. You know, I would say those 3. If you could change anything about the way you were raised, what would it be?
No, the major thing would just be just more support. Like sometimes I feel like I wasn't supported enough, and that would probably be the only aspect. Like having your people there with you at events and stuff like that that'd have been nice. But outside of that, I mean, I'm not gonna take anything back.
Mm-hmm. Do you think you? I would like to say in college, I think you got some of that.
It's not about you.
No, I wasn't going to say that because I know sometimes your father would come to
Oh,
the
yeah,
game.
yeah. But it's in growing up. I'm in college.
That's not growing up to me. That's still growing up. Every day is a grow up situation.
Come on.
Every day. I would say, I wish they were more prepared for me to go to college. Because all these student loans and stuff, you know, and I have friends who, after they graduated, the only thing they had to get their diploma, and that was it.
Yeah.
That wasn't me. And I want to be able to provide that for our children.
Yeah.
I want to. I know you just scratch your head like it's tight. But I do want to get to a place provided to alleviate some of that load. And I feel like the only option is going to the military so you can have your school paid for.
Yeah, it's got to be more options than that.
Yeah.
That's like 2 more.
Okay. What would your perfect day look like?
Perfect day? All right.
You want to change the date?
Change the date?
I said, no, do you want to change it to what do your perfect date look like?
Nah, I mean, I'm not going to have my perfect date.
Okay.
My perfect date...
Oh, I like that. Well, okay.
my perfect day is going to be me waking up, leaving the house, be able to go to a coffee shop, because, you know, I ain't being inside nobody's restaurant right now, because, you know, coronavirus. So that I can be able to chill, have my devotion, drink my coffee, you know, come home, do any little bit of work I have to do for myself, be able to spend time with my kids, spend time with my wife, you know, exercise, and you know, just chill. Like I'm super simple about that type of stuff. Like if I could do that every day in that sort of fashion, like like that would bring me like I could be happy in that.
And I'm asking you 2 more questions. What did you think when you first met me?
I was wholly intrigued. Like it was like you seemed more mysterious in a way. Like I was like, wow, she's really different. But I kind of like that different. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like you see some people like you different. Like they're not this. They're just odd and weird. But you would never came across as odd or weird. It just was like wow. Like I kind of want to get to know this person better. You know, that's my first thoughts.
Okay. If you had one word to describe our relationship, what would it be?
Enduring.
Oh, that's a good one. I would say that too. I'll second that emotion. What's one difference between us that you absolutely love?
I don't know. I don't like a lot of our differences. One difference between us, I actually love that. Okay. One difference is that I know that you will do the thing that I can't do. Mm-hmm. So, like, the fact that I know that you're always going to be there to, how can I put this? I can't find the word. I know that you're going to be there to fill in the gap for me. It's like really like the best part.
And I would say sometimes you're laid back, being real laid back, because sometimes it could be really like high strung, so that you can be laid back. I'm like, okay, maybe I should take a chill and relax.
Yeah.
What's your favorite, and this is the last one, what's your favorite memory of us?
Favorite memory? Dang, that's hard.
Just in your mind. So weird.
Oh, man. I got like 4 or 5 in my head right now. And not even sexual either. I know that's what you're thinking. I would have to say... Probably, I would say probably when when we was just like still dating in New York and be able to go to get pizza from the place on 5th Ave, like 49th and 5th, whatever it was, by the Wayne Reed, and just chill. Like, those were like really good times, and I know for myself, like, I really took those times for granted. Like, looking back at it now, like,
yeah,
I really took those times for granted. I wish I could. Those are the type of moments that, like, I wish I could go back to. I don't wish to do things over, because I'm always looking forward, never behind. But those type moments, for me, those were some of the best moments I had, and though, yeah.
And remember, every time we talk about this, and when we used to go to Virginia Beach and just chill, not even do anything.
Yeah, now I got these kids.
I would say I have several favorite
chill.
moments when we used to go to Virginia Beach and just, well, Virginia Beach ain't even the same, because you used to drive up to, like, almost to the sand.
Like around like at the 9th and over there, like way to almost towards the end of the boardwalk. Yeah.
So you can't, it's changed. You can't even do that no more.
Nah.
I said another favorite we have is when our first date, I don't know if you can say date, when it was Valentine's Day. I was like, this is well, he did, like, we didn't have cars back then, so he made, it's like, to me it was a dream. It was something really nice. His dorm room, the lights out, and all these fruits and songs playing. I was like, this is so nice. I think I cried a little bit.
Like, it was...
And you know, there's another favorite moment, and you're going to laugh at this, but for real, when you made me a homemade card.
Really? Wow. Yeah, I was poor, so I had to do what I had to do.
But to me, because I always like this, but had the luxury of getting whatever I want, to me it was about your heart more than, because you could just be like, oh, I don't got this, so I'm not going to do anything. You know, so to me it was about your heart. Yeah,
for me it was like, I had to do something and be creative, because I can't really buy nothing for you. Not in February.
And then I would say our favorite moments. When we got married, that was my favorite moment. Nope. Because it didn't happen like the way I wanted to. I would say having children. Honestly, having children. That was just another part, I think, of our relationship and the closeness that was developed that maybe wouldn't have developed without children.
Yeah, and you definitely had like 5 favorite moments when the question asked for one.
I said several.
Cool. All right, so let's go ahead and end this. We ran. I think we ran long
did.
enough. All right, so how many questions? Like 25 questions you asked me?
I don't know.
But yeah, again, hanging with the Joneses. I'm Rashad. It's Kesha, of course. And if you like this, like us, or us individual, I don't care. If you like what we're doing, make sure you share, like, and subscribe. Also, we're on Patreon if you want to help us out with getting more stuff, better lighting, whatever that's going to be. Patreon.com/hanging with the Joneses. We are on the Instagram and the Facebook.
Not the Instagram.
Yeah.
And the book.
And the Facebook. Make sure you guys share, like, and subscribe there. If you want to listen to this on audio, we're on Apple Podcasts and all other streaming platforms as well. This is always a joy for us. We appreciate you guys watching and listening. Hope you guys have an amazing week.
All right. Have a good day.
I just said week. Why would you say a day?
I say have a good day. Before you have a week, you got to start with a day.
Whatever.
Starts with seconds and minutes.